We know that parabola is one of the conic sections actually. By definition, if you look at a conic section, the idea is that a conic section is defined as a locus of points which are such that the distance between a fixed point and a fixed line, that ratio remains a constant actually. If we consider a fixed point and a fixed line, by definition, the conic section ratio of distances from fixed point and a fixed line, that is a constant. There's a definition of the conic section. It's by definition locus of a point which moves in such a way that its distance from fixed point upon the distance from fixed line is always the same number actually. If we take up this as a fixed point, the fixed point is usually called a focus. The fixed point is called focus, while the fixed line is a directrix. If I take up in this case the fixed point as S and the fixed line, which is I'm calling a directrix as DD prime, for example, as a directrix. In that case, the requirement is that if I take some point P, which lies on the curve, the conic section actually, the ratio, if I join them, PS and the perpendicular distance, let's take up as PM. Sorry, M is over there. So require in this case PS upon PM equal to a constant, or you can write down PS is E times PM. E being the constant in this case, which is called the eccentricity. In fact, E is the constant distance, which is called eccentricity. So this is a definition of a conic section so far. Locus of a point was okay. People are still joining. Okay. Okay, I was saying that the constant ratio is eccentricity. So for a conic section, we shall always have PS equal to E times PM. P being the variable point, S being the fixed point called a focus, and PM be the distance from the fixed line, which is a directrix actually. So that is a directrix in this case. Now DD prime is directrix, S is a focus, and E is eccentricity. Okay. And it turns out, depending on the eccentricity, the conic section can be classified either as a parabola for E equal to 1. The conic section is a parabola if E is equal to 1. It is a ellipse, or it's an ellipse if the eccentricity is positive but less than 1. And it's a hyperbola if E is more than 1. If E tends towards 0, if E becomes 0, you can think of it like a circle actually. If the eccentricity E is equal to 1, that is a parabola. which implies therefore that the parabola is basically the locus of a point whose distance from fixed point is equal to its distance from fixed line. Okay.